everyone. Today we are doing a reading on the rest of 2024. So go ahead and pick your pile based upon the artwork. Or you can also pick upon some perfumes. Pile 1's perfume. Pile 2 perfume. And pile 3 perfume. Now that you went ahead and picked your pile, you can go ahead and pick the timestamp in the description, and I will see you at your reading. Please like and subscribe if you already haven't, and we'll get you guys some more readings going on. Alright, pile 1, this is going to be your reading. So this card right here is going to be the main theme of your year, which is going to be Queen of Swords. That kind of tells me that you're going to be making some big decisions this year. You're really going to be choosing the path of the life that you truly want, whether that's going to be like a huge move, a huge job change, whatever the case may be. You're going to be making some huge decisions for yourself this year, and you're really going to have your back. You might be a little bit second guessing it and a little bit hesitant on your decisions. And I would say, anything that you're unsure about, try to do some research on it, because, it could be you're unsure about it because it's something that you're not fully aware and a master of, but there's other things that you are aware and a master of. And I think, using those things to kind of kick off and help make the decisions for, whatever else you are trying to make, like using past knowledge on other things that are similar that you can apply to what you're trying to decide on now. You can use that and do additional research on top, ask people for advice, whatever the choice may be, but just know that you will be in your power to create those decisions and pushing towards the life that you are wanting. So it just seems like you're making huge steps forwards for that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for April. So it looks like in April, you have already built quite a bit for yourself, and you're kind of like, again, you're kind of more looking back on the hard work that you've done. It could feel, a little tiring because you've worked your butt off already. I mean, it's only April and you've already done so much and accomplished so much. So I think the cards are kind of urging you to take like a small break, even though, you are creating this beautiful life that you want and making huge steps forwards this year. It's also important to make sure that you are gaining some rest, or you're going to become overwhelmed and you're not going to perform as good of a job as you were before when you had all that energy. So, maybe in April, just take some time to relax a little bit, spend time with family, and keep on chugging along with the work as well, but you don't have to strain yourself over it. I'm going to pull a card for May. And I'm going to have a huge fear that I'm going to flip a card. It's going to land in the candle. Let's go ahead and do June. Okay. So this is April. So for May, it appears to be that you have this is where the decisions will come. And those decisions will be either to continue on what you've already started and what you're doing, or it can be to go in another direction. So, and it can be kind of hard to feel out like which one you want to do, because each will have its pros and cons. And so it seems like it's gonna be quite a it will be hard to know which way to do it, like which way to choose, what steps you want to take next. But I'm gonna say by June, things are gonna be happening fast, and that decision will already have to be made. So June's gonna be kind of, new things emerging. These are when you are gonna have to be taking these swift decisions on what you're trying to build and make. So, I have a feeling like, as I'm saying, April is gonna be more like wanting to take a break and being appreciative of everything you've already created and made. May is going to be like a new opportunity. You're going to be kind of, thinking about it, what you want to do next. And then June is when the quick decisions are going to have to be made. And it's going to be time for you to choose which direction. And so it seems like July is when you'll be starting kind of like the new journey, the new project, what you're doing next. It seems like it's going to be quite... It seems like it's going to be quite a turning point for what you've been doing. It seems like it's going to be like you are going to choose some kind of new venture, something new you're going to be learning. And it could even involve some type of traveling along with that. It seems like July may seem more like you're skirting around, like, you started this new journey, but you might be kind of struggling to learn how it works or how to properly implement it into your life as you're trying to create it. But I would say don't worry, it takes trial and error. But it is going to feel like, you're kind of it might feel like you're kind of struggling to keep up with all of it. And that can also come in like maybe you're holding on to things that you were doing in the past and you're like, man, if I can just do both of these, that would be awesome. But it seems like you could be overwhelming yourself with things and just trying to figure out. It seems like it's going to be kind of a struggle. Like it won't be an easy journey for you, especially in the month of July. And it seems like in August, it will be a little bit clouded again in your decisions, which is where I think the theme of this year could also be kind of learning to grow into the Queen of Swords power or archetype, I would say. Just learning to be confident in the decisions that you are making, even when you're not fully sure exactly where you're going. You have an idea of like what you feel like would be best for you in your life in this current time, or at least worth trying out. And if it doesn't work out, then you can try something else that you may feel will work better. So it's just kind of having more of that trust in yourself and the moves that you are making. Because again, it just feels like in August, I think this is August. I'm losing track. April, May, June, July, August. Yes, August. September, October, November, December. Awesome. Just to make sure I got all the months in. Yeah, it does feel like, you're going to have all of these, September. In September. April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah. So September is when it's going to feel like you're going to be overwhelmed with like not knowing what steps to take, because you're going to feel how much struggle that you've been having on this new journey, that it could like cloud your judgment and make you start questioning your trust for yourself. But, I think again that the main theme of this year is learning to be able to stand by your decisions and trust the direction that your life is wanting to take you, the new direction even. I mean, it really does feel like, especially with the Fool card and having this like yin and yang thing going on, it's making me feel like, and especially with the Eight of Wands, with fast, things moving swiftly, especially with like new projects and creations and what lights a fire in you, right? Because it's wands. That's just giving me that there's going to be some kind of new opportunity that's going to come your way that you're going to be looking at, and you're going to be like, wow. Because whatever you've been doing, it's been working, but it might be like you're ready for something new. Like you could be tired of doing the same thing. Even though it gave you passion at one time, it can be exhausting. Like you want something new, and that new opportunity is going to come, but you have to trust that you're going to make the right decisions to create your new life around this opportunity. seems like October would be more of kind of like exploring how you feel inside truly about it. I think it's going to become more than just like a logical decision. It's also become emotional. Like, what is your emotional well-being going to feel from this? Is this going to benefit you in those kind of areas as well? Like, it's more than just like logical. It's about your well-being, your happiness, and like what you are creating for your life. So I think that there'll be something that you'll realize when having to make these decisions, that that's something you're gonna have to consider and explore. And I think that you will be able to do that. You will be moving forward and learning that. And I think, like, again, you know, it's a night and not a page. So I think that you have some experience with that, but I think that you have more to delve into with that. And, you know, there could be like some kind of important, like, emotional turning point for you. Something could be happening that month, you know, whether you become closer to a friend, or a friend gets married, or you have a new partner, or you become closer to a family member or something. But, you know, there's some kind of like emotional trigger that is going to make you decide, like, hey, I need to focus more on how I'm feeling inside for myself as well. And especially regarding these tough, big decisions that I have to make for my life that I'm creating, there's a lot. And so November, we have the Empress, which again is just building and creating. So I truly believe that, you know, you may be struggling around here, right, around August, but by the time November comes, I think you're going to have a good hold on what you're doing. And a lot of that, again, will be coming from being more confident in the decisions that you're making, and knowing that you're taking the correct steps forward to go where you want to go. And I think that once you start doing that, then the Empress will naturally come. You will naturally be abundant and building everything that you intend to build. And then, so by December, we have Temperance, which I believe is beautiful. It's kind of, again, it's like the middle ground. And I think that what it is alluding to in this particular reading is that, you know, you're going to find the middle ground between, like, for making decisions, it's going to be between logic and feelings. So it's going to be like what you believe logically is the best steps for you, but also what is going to be fulfilling for you. It's not going to be like too much one way or the other. So I think that is also very beautiful energy there. So I think that's kind of going to be like, you know, your conclusion upon the year through this cycle of, you know, starting something new and struggling with it, having to make these decisions, learning to trust yourself and to listen to how you feel about things so that you can, you know, implement the right decisions to help it grow and to nurture it. And you're going to become a new, stronger version of yourself as you learn to balance these two sides of the coin, which is, like I said, logic and emotion balanced together. And that's going to be you in the middle ground. You're going to be transcending beyond, you know, what you felt like second guessing in the beginning. And so at that point, it's going to feel like the opportunities aren't endless, and they're just naturally going to come to you because you're going to have an idea of like what direction you want to go in next. And, you know, what feels like old and boring, you're going to bring back that excitement in your life to create something new. And I truly do feel that. All right, that's all of the messages that I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much for coming to the reading, and I hope you have a great week. Bye. All right, Pile 2, if you chose Ace of Cups, this is going to be your reading. So Ace of Cups is going to be your theme of the year, and I believe that this has really going to be circling around with emotions and finding self-love as you hold your heart dearly and safely and softly. There could be a thing where you've been kind of harsh on yourself in the past, and this is the year to truly learn what it is to love yourself, to nurture yourself, and to put yourself on, you know, first, like to really focus on your needs and to take care of yourself, because you do seem like a very giving and loving person to others, and you're always ready to share your heart, but you seems like you're pouring it out for others and not leaving anything for yourself. And the only reason why I'm getting this too is because just the way the water is coming out, it seems like, you know, she's ready to share her love with others, but she's pouring it away from herself. There's nothing left for her. And so I think that that is why it's giving me the feeling that like this is the theme of your year, is that we're going to be finding more of that. So let's go ahead and take a look at each month individually here. We're going to be starting off with April, since we're already a few months into the year. Okay, I'm asking for a card for April for pile 2. There we go. Card for May. Card for June. July. August. So it does feel like there's going to be quite a bit of healing this year. September. October. November, December. All right. Wow, pile 2, you're gonna have a great year. And before you make fun of me, I know I sound like the Scuttle from The Little Mermaid. We go, wow. I know I sound like that, but that's me being excited for you, pile 2. So it seems like in April, we are going to be starting off the year a little rough here. I think you're going to be fighting with yourself with a lot of self-doubts and what you're doing. That's why we have this card. This card can often mean like you're fighting with other people and you're trying to like defend what you believe and your honor. But honestly, based upon the theme of the year, it's making me feel like you could be overprotective of not only your heart with others, so you can be shut down, but you're overprotective for yourself, like where you're not even giving yourself the grace and love that you need. It seems like you're overanalyzing, overthinking every decision and thing that you do, everything that you like, everything about you, really. It just seems like you are trying to push it away, shove it down, pretend like it's not there, and like whatever it is to kind of not stand out from the crowd, I guess. And so this could be like a lot of inner conflict, and this tells me that for May, you have some decisions to be made with that, because that's going to become exhausting. If you're constantly finding yourself off, that's not going to work forever. And I think it's going to be very apparent by then that you're like, okay, something needs to change here. So you're going to have quite a bit of decisions and exploration to do. I think you could be exploring spirituality. You could be exploring like therapy. You could be exploring like just something like self-help, growth, something around there. Even if it's like a new hobby that you feel like would be more fulfilling for you. But it seems like you're going to be making some decisions and trying out new things for yourself to help you grow and feel inside. And, you know, even as you're doing that, by the time June comes around, you may feel like, you know, you might be wasting your time with it. Like whether that is going to be therapy, studying spirituality, whoever, you know, like whatever you're devoting your time to, it may feel like it's a waste, like it's not working. You're going to be kind of fed up with it, but that's just going to be a temporary feeling, because change takes a while. You don't change overnight. And, you know, I wish we all did. If we were trying to change something that we don't like about ourselves, it's always, you know, that's always the hope. But change usually takes a long time. And so it's kind of like coming into acceptance that it's going to be a long journey, but don't let that negativity make you feel like you've been investing in the wrong things. Now, you could also come into a realization that you had been investing too much in the negative thoughts, in the self-doubt, and starting to realize, like, whether that is, not believing that you are capable of being able to do something, accomplish something, learn something, or not feeling like, you're not going to be good enough compared to everyone else, whether that be within a job or a competition, relationship, whatever the case may be. It may just feel like, oh, I'm not worth investing in, I'm not going to be good enough and all that. So you're going to have a lot of negativity still streaming in your mind. And by the time June comes around, but I think in July, there's going to be some kind of epiphany coming to you, and it's going to just be some kind of realization. Could be through, again, spirituality, or just continuing to do your therapy, or whatever you decide to invest your time in earlier in the year. You're gonna, some kind of epiphany is going to come to you, and that can either be whether by yourself in meditation and prayer, or like a friend is going to say something to you, or a family member is going to spark something, an idea in you. But there's going to be some kind of shift, huge shift happening there. April, May, June, July. Yes, in July there's going to be a huge shift, and I think it's just going to be some kind of epiphany and realization where you're like, wow, I am worthy, I am enough, I'm worth investing in. And so it's going to cause you to want to work harder. And so that's why by the time August comes around, which is like hilarious because this is kind of like a Leo card, you're going to be in your Leo energy, okay? That's big boss energy. Yeah, you're really going to come into your skin more. I feel like by the time August rolls around, because of this epiphany and the shift in your mindset, I truly believe that you're going to be much kinder to yourself and not so harsh. I mean, I think these are going to be, this line, I believe, is going to be like a representation of your negative thoughts, of your self-doubts, of the harsh way that you're looking at yourself, and you're going to be there gentle with it. You're going to be there calming it down with ease. You're not going to be fighting against it anymore. You're going to be working with it. And like I said, whatever that epiphany is going to be something that's going to help you along that journey to be able to do that. And so then as September comes along, it's going to be amazing because it seems like you're going to be triumphing over this. Like, you're going to feel a huge shift in your life, and the shift is going to be coming from within at first, and when it comes from within, then it's going to slowly expand outwards, right? So if we're feeling good inside and we're feeling more of that self-love and confidence and being kinder to those harsh negative thoughts that are trying to implode our brains, then we will naturally be more inclined to want to do more, want to create more, want to see like what all we can bring to the world to help others. And because once we stop poisoning ourselves from the inside and we are blossoming, then we're going to want to share that blossoming with others naturally. So, you're going to have people who are going to be cheering you on and having your back, and you're going to be carrying that special, beautiful, new version of yourself that you're going to want to share. As again, I feel like this is like where it starts from within, so you can share without. And I believe that you're just going to feel more motivated to do more by the time that happens. So you're going to have this healing process here, right? You're going to have this, like, the struggle with the healing you're going to have the problem, you're going to have the struggle, and then you're going to have the actual healing, and then you'll be able to take it from there to where you can begin creating and being successful in that. Now, October, which you have the Ace of Cups again, that's Ace of Cups twice. That gives me a feeling of a full circle type energy, right? So I feel like by October, you're really going to be coming into fruition of finding that inner peace and love. You're going to feel the spiritual beings from above giving you so much love to help your cup overpour even more, because you're going to feel how strong of a spiritual being you are and how beautiful and how graceful, and you're going to hold yourself so comfortably and know that you're safe. So truly, I feel like it's just going to be continuous healing, and you're going to feel the beginning of that love overpouring. You're going to start that journey. I mean, really, again, like I said, this is kind of like the work that you're putting in for it, and then you're going to notice it on the outside, but really you're going to really start feeling it on the inside. And around October, you're going to be really exploring what self-love truly means, whether that is like you make mistakes and you have to like forgive yourself for it and keep going and pushing forward, not being too harsh on yourself. Whatever it may be, you're going to be kind of challenged, and through that challenge, you're going to overcome that challenge because you've took that time to work on that healing already. So when those challenges come, it's going to reinforce that you are beginning this journey of healing and overpouring, right? So even though when it rains, it pours, but this is not a negative rains but pours. This is a positive. When the love rains, it will eventually pour. Like, you just keep filling it up. And any emptiness you may feel inside, you're going to feel spiritually that it's there. You're going to have that gap, any gap feel that you feel missing. November, it seems like you're going to be doing a lot of reflection upon your year about kind of where you started from to where you are now. And so it's going to really start clicking to you about, this new version of yourself, of finding the self-love coming. And through this reflection, it can cause you to, create something else, whether you write like a memoir about it or like put it in art or whatever you want to express it. So you can be creating as you're reflecting, and you may also be having a small desire to look out for what's next. It's going to get you excited to, like I said, not only reflect on what you've already done, but, looking forward to what you can do next. And you might also consider traveling that month of November. It could be for like a holiday thing for your family. You might miss them and want to visit them. It could be your own little trip that you want to take in celebration of this journey that you have come through. Or, you may not travel. But I really am seeing a lot of, again, reflection and excitement for what is to come. And so it appears to be in December, then it's going to feel more like a kind of a full circle moment. Like December, you're going to have so much abundance and you're going to be ready to share it. You're going to have so much success. And this, again, comes from having whatever is from within come without. So, it's kind of starting around here in September where you're starting to see success in your creations, but it's really you're going to really notice the fruits of your labor in December. You're going to have more coming in, like, financially. You're going to feel great inside health-wise. You're going to be enjoying spending time with your loved ones and sharing, and it's going to feel like you've mastered it. It's going to feel like you got it all by then. And again, that's all going to be coming from a place from self-love. And I think that's kind of, again, like I said, that is the theme of the year, is that you're going to find abundance through self-love. So that's really, it's going to be focusing on that healing so that you can create and give the best that you can. All right, Pile 2, that's all the messages that I have for you. Thanks so much for coming to this reading, and I hope you have a great week. Bye. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose Ace of Wands, this is going to be your reading for what is to come for the rest of the year. So far, I can tell you that the theme of the year will be Ace of Wands. And I truly believe that this is going to be about your next creation. What are you building for yourself this year? And I think this is going to be something that is going to come from within. It's going to be almost like a psychic vision, the way that it comes to you. It can be happening unexpectedly, like while you're driving, showering, about to fall asleep, meditating, something like that, where you're not like fully conscious. You're going to be kind of subconscious, and this fruitful idea is going to come to you, and it is meant to be successful. It is meant to come to you. So that is why it will be. And you will be meant to act upon that and seeing what all you can build and create from it. This is the year to learn to trust yourself and to know that you can create what you imagine. You can bring it into physical reality, and yes, you have everything that you need will be given to you. especially if you work towards it, search it, and ask for it, the universe will be happy to provide so you can create, because you will be putting your all into it, and that is enough for the universe to appreciate and want to help out. So I think that this will all be coming full circle into what you're wanting to create. So we're going to go ahead and pull some cards for each individual month. We're going to start with April, since we've already are into the year so far. So it seems that, at least for April, that you could be doing some traveling, some exploration upon yourself, and it might help you gain insights and ideas of what you want to do, but it does look like there will be some traveling on the horizon. It also seems like there will be multiple options of things that you can start, but I believe that this card is also urging to let you know that you have all the resources in your hand, as again, the universe will provide once you search and start on it. And if you do your research, you will find many resources around that you may need upon the whole world. So I think like the whole thing, the picture of the man holding the world, really gives me the idea that you have the world in your hands. So whatever you want to create, you can do it. It's kind of like a, an encouragement card. Everyone's been getting the strength card this reading, every pile, so that's pretty encouraging. And get some more, make it look a little less stuffy. There we go. Get one more card for December. Alright, I hope this mic is picking up well. It's kind of awkward looking. There we go. So, it looks like for May that it seems like you will be embarking on this journey. It seems like for April, it'll be more of like you're going to have these different decisions to make, deciding on what you do want to create. And it seems like at least for May, you're going to start building that. You're going to start the journey. You're going to see many challenges in front of you that you're going to have to overcome, but it seems like you're going to be willing to take that risk and to see, how much you can create out of this. June, it seems like you're going to continue to have, you're going to continue to nurture this project, no matter how difficult it seems, how much resistance and pushback you may be getting from it. It seems like you're still going to be able to push through it and be as positive as you can about it. You're going to have some excitement, so it's going to naturally make you want to nurture the idea and not want to push it away. But it does seem like in July, you may be starting to have more doubts about it. It could be that like all through July through September, it does seem like you're going to be a little bit more resistant to it. And again, this has to do with how much belief that you have within the project and within the setbacks. So I would say it's kind of like a warning, like even though if you're going to be struggling with it for a little bit, do not give up hope for it. You're only going to make the situation harder, and just keep going and stay strong with it. Keep pushing through this project and let it come to completion. Even if you think it looks like crap when you first finish it, you can always redo things and make it better. There's always room for reviving, right? So it may be causing you to question how much you really enjoy doing this, how much you really care about this, just because of the struggle. But I would say and it's going to make you struggle with and August is going to make you struggle with wanting to continue on with full force and truck forward. But I would say, yes, I think it's good to be aware of the moves that you're making to progress forward, but do not let it cause you to be stagnant. Keep pushing forward no matter what, and do not go through it carelessly. Just don't be like the opposite either. I'm like, oh, this isn't working, let me just hurry and get this over with, and like forget the research or whatever, or like I've done enough research that I can't understand any more about it doesn't matter, and then you kind of just rush through everything. I would say don't do that either. Keep your pace about it, which is what the Knight of Pentacles is. And I seem like, it kind of feels like for a little bit you are going to be reacting in such way, because you're going to be like, I just want to get this over with, and I told myself I was going to do it this year. Let me just finish it. And but I feel like you will be able to slow back down about it. But you are, during this process of slowing back down, it seems like you are going to be worried about financial things and the physical aspects about it. But I would say continue to work on other things at the same time while you are creating it to support yourself financially, and don't be afraid to turn to others if you do need that extra support and help through it. Do not feel like you have to do everything on your own. It's okay to ask for help and to collab on things. But again, I would say, just make sure that you are taking good steps in what you're trying to create. Make sure that you are thinking about it and you are planning and you are trying to make the wisest decisions to how to create it, because it's not all about just a good idea. It's about, the way that you go about creating it and developing it. It's about strategy, not just ideas. So I think it's important for you to keep in mind throughout the year as you're working on it, to consider that, what makes the most sense and what research can you continue to do. And no matter what, keep chucking forward. Doesn't have to be a race. There's always room for revision. So if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world, but it is important to kind of consider that in the beginning before it happens. But at least it feels like in October, by the time that comes around, you're going to feel more empowered. You're going to feel more like you have a good grasp and understanding on how to create what you're wanting to create. And I think that is going to be awesome. So to me, this is giving me more like success. Like you're going to start seeing some positive movement towards what you're doing. It's going to seem like your time has not been wasted, as you might be fearing. It seems like everything that you're going to be doing is going to start paying off and bringing fruition. And you're going to start realizing that just from trying and trials and fails and errors, that you're going to learn so much, and you're going to have more knowledge in what you need to just continue to be gentle with yourself along the way in trying to, figure out what it is exactly that you need to accomplish. You need to know. You're going to already, see here is you're about to go over these trials, the mountains, and here you've already passed a bunch of them. So you've already came across, and that's why you're going to come out stronger and more powerful on the other side of those mountains. Now, again, there's still so much more to learn. That is not the end of the road, but at least you have a good grasp on everything that you had tried so far, which is why it's important to do trial and error, why it's important to do revisions, and why it's important to do research and just jump in and get your hands dirty, right? Seems like in November, you could be kind of taking a step back away from your creations, which there's nothing wrong with that. And, it's going to be a good journey to help nurture yourself. Some kind of surprise may be coming your way. So maybe a surprise opportunity may come about from whatever you've created, or something in your personal life, some kind of big surprise and movement could be coming from that, whether you find out that someone is pregnant, or someone's getting engaged or married, or something. It could be some kind of little surprise regarding emotions, or some kind of just surprise in general, going off of what you have created, being an extra little payoff, a sweet, it's French, chef's kiss from it. And yeah, it also just seems like a good little break from all the high and grind, because you're going to be grinding. It feels like you're going to be grinding the entire year, starting around May. And once you finish the planning and choosing phase, it seems like you're just going to be grind. So this November is going to be a good time to step back and kind of just enjoy the relationships in your life and the family. Perfect for the holidays. And then it seems like December it seems like there may be a choice. If you do get an opportunity in November, it's going to be kind of like a choice of like, do I want to take it or do I not want to take it? Do I want to continue creating what I'm creating? You may have kind of a rough December in regards to knowing like the next steps that you want to take and where you want this creation to go. But I think again, it revolves around the main big theme, which is that you had an idea and you were able to create that idea. It was not just a passion, but you've done it through strategy, through logic, through trial and error. You were able to come from an idea to creation, and you were being able to enjoy the fruit of your evolution through it, right? It may not be the fruit financially, and but it will be the beginning of a journey of you stepping into your power and realizing that you can create the life that you want for yourself. You can create and bring in anything, and like whatever you want to learn, you can learn, and you have the capability to do it. And so I think that's really, you're going to be finding your power within that, right? You're going to be beginning the journey. You're going to just be the page, and the ace is creating something new. So it's all about like, you're going to know your passion, but you never actually went through a cycle of completing it. And you going through this cycle will give you the inner strength. You will become a new evolved person from this. And I think this is what the main thing about it is, becoming the confident, strong person that you can be, that even if this project doesn't work out and you don't make a bunch of money from this one, the future ones you will, because you know that you can do it. You just got to find something you're passionate about and that you can do, and you know that you can learn it and do it along the way. You can start your own business. You can get into that. You're good at finding things that you're passionate about and creating something from it. And going through this one journey of one thing, you can do more. And so I think that's going to be a huge part in your awakening and your strength of who you are. You're going to really evolve the rest of this year just through this project and taking this step. I'm trying to think what else I'm getting from this moon card. One moment. I truly believe that this moon card is another, like, is also alluding to, like, you coming from being this person, this puppy dog before, innocent, looking up at your dreams, not knowing what to do, to becoming this strong wolf, crazy, like, you can grab it. If you want to do it and you want it, you can grab it. So I think truly that this is showing, again, your evolution through this project, through this passion project of this year. You're going to really prove to yourself how strong and passionate you truly can be. All right, that's all the messages that I have for you, Pile 3. Thank you so much for coming to your reading, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.